coming back here to our modeling task, we need to work on the center part, which is going to be basically in this area here in this polygon. So if I look at my reference image, this is what we need to create. We need to create these little panels here where you would put add-on cards for the computer, like an extra video card, sound card, things like that. We also need to create this little area that protrudes here with these little vent holes right there. Okay, so we're going to approach this as a two-part sort of process. First thing I'm going to do is take this polygon here and start to make some of the cuts that I'm going to need. So I'll take the knife tool, and I know that I'm going to need a cut in the middle over here to separate this stuff out. And over here I'll need another cut at the far end of these little panels. Let me focus on these panels right now. So I'm going to take this new polygon I have here, take the knife tool, and I'm going to make a cut about here, just above that panel right there. And over here I'll make another one just below that panel right there. So basically I end up with this edge and this edge right here, which now I can go ahead and subdivide edges evenly. And I've got myself some edges here. But these are not the edges I want to subdivide. The edges I want to subdivide are actually going to be this edge here and this edge here. And I'm going to subdivide these evenly here. And I'm going to do about this many subdivisions, because now what it leaves me with is basically a polygon here, 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 and here. 4 polygons, one for each one of these panels. So I'll take those polygons, go to Inset Polygons. I'll check off the Merge option here. I'll just adjust the inset here until it matches up a little bit better. And jump over here to my camera view. Now I have these 4 polygons. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to take these and hit Extrude, or Control D to extrude, and push these in just a little bit. Now if I look at my reference image, I can see this polygon and this one here are supposed to have this kind of round detail, and then this one and this one have these little sort of rectangular holes right here in the middle. So let's go ahead and do that. First let me do the round detail, which is going to be this bottom polygon. Then I'm going to skip up a couple of polygons. It's going to be this one and this one. Okay, we go back to this view right here. What I'm going to do is I'm going to inset the polygons. I'm going to reduce the inset by a bit. Something like that looks pretty good. I'm going to close that. I'm going to hit Control D to extrude. I'm going to pull this extrusion out just a bit. Something like this looks pretty good. Then what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this edge, Alt middle mouse button, click that edge to select the ring of edges all the way around. Now I'm going to do the same thing for the bottom part. So just hold down Shift while you do this. And once you have that ring of edges all the way selected, go ahead and bevel this. Bevel it as much or as little as you like. It's really up to you. I'm going to go for about this much. Then what I'm going to do is I'm going to select this polygon and the one down there. I'm going to go to my context menu, go to Select Adjacent, and choose Edges. Then I'm going to bevel that. I'm going to increase the amount of rounding and the distance as well. So I'm going to end up with something that looks like this. Now for the other polygons, I'm going to select them both. Go back over here to my back view. I'm going to use the knife tool, and I'm going to make some knife cuts where these holes are supposed to be. And now what I'll do is I'll just select these thin little strips of polygons that I've created. Use the knife tool again. You have to love that knife tool. It's fantastic. Make sure you're holding on Shift to make perfect straight cuts. Once that's done, let me go over here to my camera view here. Polygon selection mode. I'm going to select these little polygon rectangles that I've just created. I'm going to extrude them in like this, just a bit. Then what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and delete them. I'm going to go to Edge mode, Alt middle mouse button, click the entire ring of edges there. Do the same for this part right there, as well as this part down here. And finally, this part down there. So I select that entire ring of edges. So you should have all those edges selected. Now what I'm going to do is I'm just going to bevel that, give it just a little bit of rounding, and do something like this so it looks a little bit more interesting. There we go. Just nice little details. And that's pretty much going to do it for right there. I'm just going to select this and freeze modeling to clean it up. I'm going to end this video here, and in the next one we'll work on the little vents over here. I'm going to go ahead and work on that on the next video.